First at 5, the Central Valley has more jobs than ever, but unemployment is also on the rise. Thanks for joining us this evening. I'm Rochelle Murcia.
And I'm Michael Patterson. More than 70% of workers in the San Joaquin Valley are considered by economists as unskilled. And as Eyewitness News reporter Will Silverstein points out, that means they have a tougher time keeping up with inflation. Isn't that right, Will?
Well, Michael, that's right. Many workers do not want to be tethered to a low-paying job, especially during times of record and near-record inflation. So instead of committing to one of those low-paying jobs, economists say these workers are waiting and preparing for a better-paying job to come their way instead.
We're actually seeing a massive expansion in the labor force.
Not just here in the Central Valley, but across California, the state topping 18 million payroll jobs in the latest jobs report.
It's driven by more people getting jobs, and they were concentrated in leisure and hospitality largely, which is good. That's recreation stuff. That's what we want to see because that means people are spending money.
But the evils of inflation are still rearing their ugly head for those in leisure and hospitality, and also increasing unemployment, which rose to 5.2%.
The valley gets affected disproportionately.
According to Stanislaus State Professor Dr. Gökçe Soydemir, leisure and hospitality will take the brunt of inflation because they are considered unskilled workers, and those jobs, as plentiful as they may be, do not pay as well as others.
73% of our workforce is unskilled, and that corresponds to categories like retail and leisure and hospitality services. Those are the categories that get hit first from an uptick in unemployment.
Dr. Richard Gerhardt with CSUB says some unemployment comes from those currently unskilled workers who are waiting around for better pay instead of working a low-paying job.
There's been actually a movement towards more people who are unemployed because they are seeing this relatively historically strong labor market with pretty significant wage gains.
What we hear all the time from producers in California is they have to match wages.
On the agriculture side of the equation, Dr. Michael Swanson from Wells Fargo says ag employers are paying workers whatever the employers make at the place they sell their crops.
If the minimum wage is $20 an hour in restaurant space and construction space, it really becomes a de facto $20 per hour wage in agriculture. And that's their biggest challenge, making sure that they could find local workers or how they have to bring in H-2A visa workers, get those fields picked or planted.
As for those catastrophic floods that destroyed homes and farms in March 2023, Swanson says those are a thing of the past, literally.
They're pretty much behind us, and we have the benefit now. We paid the penalty, but having the reservoirs full is more than compensation in 2024 for the pain and suffering they had in 2023.
Now, Swanson and the professors say most crops are doing well, but the problem child, as always, is almonds. We will have more on the nuts at 6 p.m. and tell you why the once reliable crops are making things a little more complicated for ag workers in the San Joaquin Valley. But for now, reporting in studio, Will Silverstein, Eyewitness News.